I'm at a town I don't want to be at. And this is my first experience ever seeing a Costco or Kosovo or whatever they're called. There are so many people there coming outside with absolute mountains of stuff. I don't know what in the world. Look at that. That's for the drainage. That's how big the drainage, the stormwater runoff pond has to be. That's how big that place is. And I would imagine it has almost filled up at one time or another time. But I saw on my mapifications that there is a creek down here called Turkey Creek. It does not appear that anyone ever goes to Turkey Creek. And it may be because there's no creek down there, but I'm gonna find out. It shows I'm heading right for it. It's more of a walk than I thought it was gonna be, but these tinnies were made for walking. I just figured out what this sidewalk around Kosovo or Kosovo is. There's a Great Wall of Kosovo. And I think this is for those who refuse to go in and they just come down here and wait 2 or 3 hours and walk around this until their people get done. Let's see if this gives a clue to where I am. First Utility District. No, it does not. According to the map, this is as close as I'm going to get to that blue line, so we're going in there. It looks pretty funky. There is a little bit of the itchy stuff, a little bit of my favorite tree. We need something for spiders. That's going to be sufficient. We'll take a right here. I'm trying to find a creek to play in while I'm stuck in this town. This is not going to be it. There is an old, literal telephone pole right there. I know people who work for the power company get upset when you call them telephone poles now. Well, that's because they don't have any sense. That is an old power line / telephone pole that had all the holes in it. I know you can't see anything but a reflection. Yeah, we're not going to get in here. Let's go find another creek. But we can't come here without moving some water. There, I'm satisfied. Well, I'm still the only one on the trail. I'm thinking if we follow the creek back to its historic downtown, which I found one on a map, if it's the same creek that runs through that town, it should be a little cleaner, and that's where the treasures will be. I also just remembered that since Exploring Alabama / Herping Alabama / East Alabama Reptiles has graduated, I had left this GoPro on the zoom as far as it'll zoom, with the least amount of stabilization, which is the boost, which means everything's been shaky. Check out this beauty. Look at this place. It's ridiculous. I'm going straight back to my wagon. And getting out of here if I survive. I just rode into Lenoir Lenoir City. In Tennessee, they call it Lenoir City. And
Here it is on the map.
I don't need you to talk. Why my phone started talking? Proof I'm in Lenoir City. Now we need to crack open Google Maps, not Apple, because it'll get you lost when my phone ringeth. Amarillo de Lenoir City. I saw one creek back there, but it has obviously rained a lot here too, so I'm not for certain that we're going to be able to get in it. Maybe there's two. From what I looked at earlier, there was one creek in this town, and you know the name of it, Town Creek. Every town has a town creek. So I'm going to turn down here and go downhill to my left and find where it flows out of the town, and that will be, oof, there's downhill. We're over here in the sketch district, and this truck's about to pull out in front of me. No, there's the old mill down there. Goodness gracious. I think something just fell off this wagon. Ha, that was the old mill. Industrial park. They always build industrial parks on creeks so they can dump their waste. That's perfect. Wastewater that I wish you saw. There's got to be water around here somewhere. Well, and not right here. It's looking a little promising. The blue line is water, of course. So I'm hoping I can slide through these little spots here, make a right, now make a left, then a right, and continue heading to water. It's looking good. Oh no, I'm gonna have to go down and find the railroad tracks. And I'm right at the water though. Oh, there's the old remains in Le Historique District. I wonder if I can go down there. I wonder if I'll get removed, reprimanded, reconciliated. I told you. Lenoir Cotton Mill, 1821. I bet it was miserable working there without a roof. Could you imagine all the stuff falling on you, or when it rained? That wouldn't be cool at all. I gotta find one more town. Built by Major William Ballard between 1810 and 21. Okay, cool. Go for that, go for that. So, I just about slipped down on some Mossenhausen. Okay, creek. Oh, I think I saw it. Oh my goodness. Can you get a glimpse of it? I wonder if I can go down there. Oh my gosh, don't put your hand right there. Oh, my phone ringing. It appears that everybody that comes to visit this place goes right here. God, there's so much garbage in here. It appears that there's a pretty good chance I'm gonna fall down this hill. That's not really important. I wonder if these will hold me up. I want to. Oh, somebody's taking their medicine in here. That's actually sad. So was a spider web in front of my face. Check this out. This is the part you can't see. These are the parts that I like. parts that you can't see. Look at that. So what did it say? They stacked those bricks back in the 1800s. That's what's amazing. Now it's looking like a spot that needs to be visited. I don't know how much money Lenoir City has, but they need to clean this up and build a walkway down through here so that people can come down here and get enjoy visiting. Like me. Oh, wait a minute. This is where the city's stormwater runoff goes, so I don't want to show this. My camera's not. It's about 9,000 degrees. I have on me helmet, I have me grippers, and I have my little blue knickers on. And I know three things are true, and one of them is these green rocks like that, you will slide from right there down there. But don't let that bother you. I'm gonna fall down. Wow. Oh, you can smell it. It's a shame. There's not a bottle in the world that would survive that fall. Look at the wall in here. And then I'm gonna turn around and show you something pretty cool. I mean, this is cool. Look at that wall in Lenoir City. Oh. Now I know why it's been a place to go. Somebody has been digging bottles here. But you can only dig so far till that falls on your melon. John Mellon. Do you know John Mellon and John Legend are the same person? John Legend Mellencamp. John Legend Mellon Hopper. Oh, I just get bit by something. Vish. Here's some coal. Like for real. No joke. That is a piece of coal most likely used in that place up there. It's pretty cool. I kept a piece years ago, but I'm not taking anything from this site except memories. I'm not going to leave a trace. Leave only footprints. Leave it as you found it, except these spider webs. They're going to be different when I leave. And if you really want to, you could get a railroad spike from right there, clean it off. I gotta get a spider off my face. And check it. And some of them have dates. You're kind of impressed so far, but where do you see this? And those of you who live in Lenoir City and have never been here, you need to be here. Just don't swim in that septic tank right there. I mean, you can. It's probably warm, so it would be kind of nice. Well, that's going to be too deep to get through. And the bummer is there's a mill and everything flows that way. It's never slowed us down before. So we're going to go upstream for the men. And then we'll check downstream. And if it doesn't get too deep, but check it, homegrown. Check that out. This is what it looks like from the water. Isn't it cool? This is a brick house. I want to look at it. These are considered weeds. They're easy snappers. There's one of the few that'll completely snap and get out of your way. They'll give an illusion of poison ivy, but they are not poison ivy. But let's say you're not familiar with poison ivy. Oop, there it is. So, like I've told you in the past, poison ivy slash poison oak will have a very fuzzy little vine until it gets nice and big and thick. Then it'll get a big fuzzy vine. Fuzzy vine, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old, oh, we need to go look around the corner. I want to go upstream. If you could metal detect around here, oh, the secrets this place would tell. Probably not much, but it's cool. I have to go back down here to cross because it is quite the depth up there. It would be kind of cool to find something associated with the mill, but odds are slim to not gonna happen unless the mill was destroyed during the Civil War. That is a metal spike. I have about 300 to 400,000 mosquitoes on the back of my neck, and it's pretty cool. It's not enough though. I mean, when you're out serving people and serving mosquitoes, you let them eat. For those of you who live in Lenoir City, Lenoir, and you see this video and you see that Chevrolet center cap and you say, why didn't you pack that out with you? Leave no trace. Take nothing with you that you did not bring in. Or is it? I don't know the rules. So let's get up here and look around. It doesn't look like a family retreat area. It could be. If you could get the city, like administration or somebody who's really into, you know, worship the water dirt stuff, you can come down here and clean this up, clean this bank off, and have a nice little spot. But 100%, there's probably phenylchlorobutanol here, PCBs, TCEs, trichloroethylene, possibly, and you will always find a black walnut and a creek pillow. I wanted to crack the walnut. There, that'll make it easier when something wants to eat it. Oh, look at all those oyster mushrooms on that tree. My dad would go bizonkus over that. There's not too many rocks in here. I mean, there's a lot of bricks. Now these bricks here obviously did not come from the cotton mill, or they would not be upstream. I want to find one that has words, and I will harvest. But I'm not going to take one from the mill. That is hot. So far I have seen not a single animal in this creek. I hear a bird or a cicada or a katydid, but I've not seen a minnow yet. Hold on now. All those little black dots are, there's minnows. I weighed corrected. Here's a center cap. Dodge, Ford, Chrysler. What do you think? Let me get my phone out, because it's when it's this amazing, you have to make a reel too. And that's what we're going to do right now. I don't know what that came off of. There are no words. Saying I love you. So let's pretend like we're still walking upstream. Check it, homegrown. That's a knife with a zip tie. That's a zip knife. I wonder if it works. Good. I was wondering how I was going to make a hole right there in case I needed something to drink. I am not going to take the knife either, or either, because you see all the freshwater snails, the little black dots right there. See them? That is a good sign. It is a healthy stream slash creek, but does not mean it is potable. So don't pot this water. We're gonna leave this. Well, maybe not. That looks a little sketchy to walk in. Once you get up in all this kind of stuff, it turns into Methane City. And there should be a snake on there. Those are oyster mushrooms. They're actually eatable, edible, non-potable, and nasty. Okay, we're gonna head back downstream, figure out how we can get on the other side of the tunnel without hugging that little ridge on the edge. The little ridges make me a little nervous because you slip off them, then you're soaking wet for the rest of your journey. So just don't stop believing. Just hold on to that feeling. Yeah. On a serious note, we'll choose a C because it's kind of like the middle. And I was glad to see there are actually a lot of freshwater snails in here. You can kind of smell them. Everybody that worked there either piled all our garbage over here somewhere and let the creek carry it somewhere else, or they simply threw it in the creek. There is a ledge to stand on, but oh, I just lost the bottom to a bottle. That's a B-tab for those of you who know the acronyms. Bottom to a bottle, a B-tab. So you can stand on the ledge. So can I. Oh my goodness. See how big that Dragonia fly is? Yeah, we're gonna try this. The problem's gonna be when you get to where you can't see, and when it gets muddy like this, then heading back was a little worse. I'm gonna put my camera down because I'm already unsure I'm gonna do this. Well, I've made it this far. My back is soaking wet because these walls are soaking wet. I've only stepped on one spot where the ledge is kind of gone, and check it. That's up a little higher than my waist. That's why they call it wastewater. Why is the ledge getting more narrow? Okay. 18 more side steps. But going back is a little different. So I'm gonna have to find, oh look, there's the old column for an old bridge. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, don't look up. You'll lose your balance. Oh my goodness. I think we did it. Ooh, somebody beat me down here. Pretty shoddy work, if you ask me. Okay. I got this feeling that it's going to be pretty deep and pretty slick. So, look, if I fall, you're going with me. I almost fell asleep. Ah, it's gonna be too deep. Oh God, there's a beach way down there though. That's what we need to get. Yeah, that's what we need to get. And then we got to figure out how to get up here and get out to walk back so I don't have to do that tunnel again. Well, I almost fell right there. The little step in the middle is a whole lot deeper than I thought it was. But I didn't get stuck. I just got water in my boots. Oh, I can't get any further or farther. Oh my goodness. I'm out of options. I just about busted it again. So deep. I stepped on a rock that wasn't supposed to move, and it did move. More water in the boot. More and more and more. Okay. It appears that we are going to have to, if I can get up there, I can walk across that. Huh. I don't know about my nose. It's sweat. If I could get up there, I can walk across that. I don't know, maybe not. Here is a bicycle spoke. No, it's not a bicycle spoke. Yeah, it may be. Looks pretty old if it is. Look at the teeth on that. We've been across it long enough to where we can go backwards and do it again. This is really awesome. It's crazy how much more you sweat when you're doing something like this. I could turn the camera off again. If you have one of these at home, do not try this at home. We did it. Let's get out of here. I thought we could get a lot farther, but we did not. Now we got to climb back up and out, which is not going to be so bad unless I fall at this last little bit. And I didn't. It is so hot. I'd like to see a turtle. There are minnows. No bottles. A couple of broken pieces. That's it. Now, get out of here. Mosquitoes. The mosquitoes are helping me because they're flapping their wings as they drink. Ouch. And it picks me up as I climb to the top. We made it. Yeah, I'm out of shape. So what? So with that said, goodbye, Lenoir City. Thanks for watching my videos.